Living alone in your later years, 12 things to steer clear of. Living alone as an older adult is a unique journey, a blend of independence, peace, and a chance to rediscover yourself. But it's not without its challenges. Over the years, I've heard countless stories from folks who've walked this path, sharing their triumphs and stumbles on forums, in conversations, and through quiet confessions. There's a wealth of wisdom out there, and today, I want to pass along 12 things to avoid when you're living solo in your later years. These aren't just cautions, they're guideposts to help you savor this chapter with confidence and contentment. Let's sit down together, like old friends over coffee, and explore what to watch out for. 1. Don't let isolation creep in. One of the sneakiest pitfalls of living alone is isolation. It's so easy to settle into a routine where days blur into weeks without a real conversation, maybe just a quick chat with the mailman or a nod at the store. I've heard tales of folks who didn't notice it happening until they felt like strangers in their own lives. Take Mrs. Agnes, for instance. She got so comfortable in her quiet days that she stopped reaching out. "I didn't see it coming," she said, "until I felt lost." The trick is to stay tethered to the world, even in small ways. Join a group, maybe a virtual knitting circle or a local card game. One fellow I know, Tom, started helping at an animal shelter once a week. He came back grinning, saying, "Those dogs and the people there got me out of the house, and my funk." It doesn't have to be constant, just a weekly call to a friend or a wave to a neighbor. Those threads keep loneliness from settling in. 2. Don't skip your health routines. When you're on your own, there's no one to nudge you about pills or doctor's visits. It's tempting to think, "I'll do it later," but later can stretch into months. I recall Henry, a spry 82-year-old who kept putting off his checkup. "I'm fine," he'd insist, until a delayed test caught a heart issue we nearly missed. He's okay now, but it was a close call. Set up reminders, phone alerts, a calendar on the fridge. Build a rhythm, a morning stretch, a walk around the block. And don't ignore your mind, feeling down or worried isn't just getting old. Chat with a pal or a counselor if it's heavy. Your health's like a garden, tend it, and it'll flourish. 3. Don't brush off safety. Safety matters more when you're solo, yet it's easy to shrug off. I've been fine for decades, folks say, until something happens. Clara, 76, took a spill in her dim kitchen and couldn't reach her phone for hours. Rattled, she got one of those wearable emergency buttons. "It's my little backup," she told me. Check your space, bright lights on stairs, no stray cords, a phone nearby. Maybe add a camera or ask a neighbor to peek in occasionally. Safety isn't about fear, it's about freedom to live without worry. 4. Don't slip into unhealthy habits. Living alone gives you freedom, but that can tip into trouble. No one's around to notice if you're snacking all day, skipping walks, or sipping too much wine. Ellen, 79, shared how she'd munch chips every night after her partner passed. "It filled the silence," she said, until her energy crashed. She switched to cooking simple dinners, veggies and a bit of meat, and felt alive again. Set easy goals, a 15-minute stroll, a real meal a few times a week. Pick up a hobby, puzzles, gardening, to keep busy. Treat yourself like you treat a dear friend, kindly and with care. 5. Don't let your home weigh you down. A big house is a joy with family, but alone, it can turn into a burden. Ruth, 81, clung to her sprawling place for years, guilt-ridden about leaving memories. The upkeep, mowing, cleaning, drained her. She finally moved to a snug condo. "I've got time to enjoy life now," she said. You don't have to downsize, but ask, is this space working for me? If it's too much, hire help for the heavy stuff, lawn care, deep cleaning. Your home should be a haven, not a chore. 6. Don't lose your spark of purpose. After retirement or losing someone close, purpose can slip away. I've heard folks say, "I'm just passing time." But your days still matter. James, 77, felt adrift after his wife died, until he started reading to kids at the library. "They keep me going," he chuckled. Try something fresh: painting, birdwatching, helping out somewhere. Even small acts, like tending a plant, can light you up. Life's full of possibilities, keep chasing them. 7. Don't go it all alone. It's easy to think you've got to handle everything solo, pride's a stubborn thing. But asking for help isn't giving up, it's strength. Lila, 80, balked at asking her kids to haul groceries, until she did. "They loved pitching in," she said, "and I'm still me." Reach out: a neighbor for a quick favor, family for a visit, a service for repairs. You're not isolated unless you choose to be. There's power in leaning on others now and then. 8. Don't let your space fall apart. Your home's all yours, but it's tempting to let it slide. Clutter stacks up, repairs wait, and soon it's a mess that stresses you out. Paul, 75, let his place go after his wife passed, papers everywhere, dishes piling. A buddy helped him sort it, and he said, "I can think straight again." Tackle it in chunks, clear a shelf, tidy a corner. Keep essentials handy: phone, keys. A neat space isn't just safer, it's a lift for your spirit. 9. Don't let time blur together. Without work or daily bustle, days can melt into each other. Monday, Thursday. Who knows? That haze can drag you down. Fred, 83, felt lost in retirement until he set a pattern: coffee at 8, walk at 9, news at noon. "It's my compass," he said. Craft a routine: meals at set times, a weekly errand. Scribble plans on a calendar: coffee with a friend, a movie night. It's not about rules, it's about giving your days shape and something to look forward to. 10. Don't hold on to stuff just for memories. Sentimental items warm the heart, but too many can bury you. Dorothy, 79, kept her late husband's every shirt and gadget, scared to let go. Years later, with her daughter's help, she saved a few keepsakes and gave away the rest. "It lightened my home, and my soul," she said. Cherish what counts: a letter, a photo, but release what's heavy. Snap pictures of the rest if you want. It's not forgetting, it's making space for now. 11. Don't skip emergency prep. Emergencies hit harder solo. Sam, 77, faced a blackout with a dead phone and no light. "I felt stuck," he admitted. Now he's got a kit, snacks, water, a battery charger. Plan ahead: a contact list, essentials like meds and a flashlight. Know your area, storms, outages, and prep for them. It's not paranoia, it's your safety net. 12. Don't let finances fray. Money can slip through the cracks when you're alone. Jane, 81, ignored bills after her husband died. He'd always handled them. She found subscriptions she didn't need, draining her savings. Her son stepped in, and she got it sorted. Set auto payments for basics, check statements monthly, keep papers in one spot. Ask a trusted friend or family member for help if it's too much. Stay on top of it, and it won't sneak up on you. A few final words: your solo adventure. Living alone's a balancing act: freedom on one side, watchfulness on the other. I've seen it shine when folks dodge these traps. Stay connected, tend your health, keep your space and spirit light. It's not about perfection, it's about thriving, your way. What's one thing you'll try today? A call. A walk. A tidy corner. I'd love to hear. Here's to you, making this chapter your own.